So this is what Superman's Fortress of Solitude must feel like. This forest is quiet. It's a state park that's not trying to turn itself into a resort, but is staying true to what it is. Savannah Portage State Park doesn't get the same level of attention as some of the other parks in our state. I think they like it that way. They've got lakes out here that they don't allow gas motors on, shoreline, no cabins, no development. It's just water, woods, snow, and room to breathe. First things first, I gotta stop at the office and pick up a map for this place. Bingo. Well, the campsite we're looking for is a couple miles through the forest. You driving, Toby? So we are here, and the regular campsite is right over here, Lake Shumway. That's not where we're going today. Instead, we're going to be driving a couple of miles through the forest, getting up to Wolf Lake. They've got one campsite up there that they maintain during the winter months, but I guess it very rarely gets used. I was talking with one of the workers, and they said as far as they know, in the last 2 winters, I'm the second person that's reserved this spot. And the last person didn't even make it a full night. That's because it just got too cold and they left. So I'm really excited to see what we're going to find out here. Looks like we got about 20 minutes before the sun goes down and 8 degrees out. This has got to be it right here. Boat landing. There's our campsite. Check it out. Sight Snow. That name's fitting. Oh boy. That could be a problem. Porcupine. I have to make sure that Toby doesn't find that guy. Oh, I bet he's been gnawing on this pine tree. Sure enough, look at that. He's been climbing all the way up there. Oh, we better go get the camp set up. Well, my last pup, Hannah, she's tangled with a porcupine in the past, and I had to take her to the vet to get the quills removed. It was absolutely heartbreaking. It looked so painful. I'll probably have to keep Toby on a leash or at least a really close eye on him. I don't know that he would take off and chase after it, but he's got a thing against chipmunks and squirrels. I don't know how he would act to a porcupine. And we have chickens at the house and he doesn't chase them, but let me show you this campsite. They got us parking a little ways away from the camper, but at least I don't got to worry about my bed sheets smelling like campfire smoke. Hasn't been a fire in there in a while. Now we just got to get this table cleaned off. Okay, serious conversation, Toby. I can't have you chasing any porcupines this weekend. I'm gonna go start a fire. This fire's gonna feel good. I think it's about 5 below, so not too bad. Moon's out tonight. Beautiful night. So quiet out here. This park is out a ways. There is no road noise. About 15 minutes ago, there was a plane flying overhead. That could very well be the closest people to me right now. I did notice this. It's that porcupine trail. So he's been coming right through camp. There's a lot of beaver up here too. I'll show you something else really cool that I noticed. Check this out. My footprints are the only ones on this entire lake. I don't think anyone's even been here. Every once in a while I can hear the ice crack, but it's got to be a good 18 inches, if not even thicker. We're not going to have any issues walking out here. Amazing. I've got something special planned for the campfire tonight. Not going to stay outside too long. My hands are getting cold already. But tomorrow, we'll check this place out a little bit more. When I saw that porcupine, I think I might have found a little storm shelter. We're definitely going to have to check that out. The lake is making all kinds of crazy noises. Popcorn and a movie tonight. This shouldn't take too long. I'm fighting the wind a little bit, but I can hear the oil going. Once the corn starts popping, this won't take long at all. Here it goes. We'll see how we did. Look at that. Movie time in the camper. So we picked out a classic for tonight. Jeremiah Johnson. Oh, we'll see you in the morning. You can be ready to get up soon. Get some breakfast. Come on. Last night it was so nice in here. There's a big difference between negative 35 and negative 15 inside the camper here. Left the slide out all night long. That hasn't happened in a couple of weeks. I did take some advice from some of the comments in last week's video. I installed a heater in my diesel pump. So now that way the fuel is going to get preheated before it hits the filters. I changed out all the filters and also did an oil change, switched over to 5W40, which should have happened a couple of months ago, but got that done. I picked up some of this auto marine grade rubber for the door to try and close that gap up a little bit. I did notice on the instructions that it says you have to apply it like 50-degree temperature, so maybe come about June, early July, we'll be able to install that. But I'm hoping that I can get that taken care of sooner than later. This morning, Toby and I are just kind of hanging out in the camper, waiting for it to warm up a little bit. It was about 15 below zero this morning, and they're talking that we might see 20 degrees today, which hasn't happened in a long time. There's so much history in this state park, going back hundreds of years, back to when the Dakota and Sioux used this area as a way to travel between different watersheds. On one side of the park, water flows east to the Great Lakes. On the other side of the park, water flows south into the Mississippi River and then down to the Gulf. Later on, fur traders came here and they used those same waterways to carry their canoes and supplies. Portaging was the only practical way to travel in these forests. Eventually, they brought in the railroad and portage wasn't used as much. By the 1960s, the state recognized the historical significance of this place and turned it into a park. This trail wasn't easy, but it was necessary and it shaped the state into what it is today. And I think that's why this park isn't being built up. It's to protect what's always been here. Now, like I was telling you yesterday, they just maintain one single campsite here. It's on a dead-end road. It's quite a ways into the forest. They do have a vault toilet. So if you plan on camping here, let me show you what you can expect. Oh, very nice. Clean toilet paper and soap. This site is geared a little bit more towards people in tents. We were able to make it work with the truck camper. Well, like I was saying yesterday, it is a little bit of a walk away from the picnic table and fire ring. But I gotta go check out the storm shelter or root cellar that I found. The only problem is I'm not sure if there's gonna be a porcupine or a skunk held up in it. So I'm gonna stick Toby in the camper really quick and we're gonna go find out what is this thing. You crash out for a couple minutes, I'll be back. There it is. Seeing how the state turned this into a park in the 60s, this old cellar might be part of a farmstead that was once here. It's hard to say. Looks like there's tracks going into it though. Well, it looks like some kind of animal is taking shelter in there. Well, let me turn on a light. I think those cinder blocks are relatively new. Maybe someone can say when they started making blocks like that. Check that trail. You can see that they're marking the trail as the animal slides down, and there's even little bits of hair. Well, that's pretty cool, but we're not going to stay in there tonight to find out what else is calling that home. We talked a little bit about ice thickness. I'm curious to see what it is. A few weeks back, I mentioned renting a fish house. I still think that's something I'd love to do. I think it'd be even cooler to drive the truck out onto the lake, do a catch and cook. Then I wouldn't have to drive so far to find a camping spot. I don't think we'll have to go too far. Oh, that's a lot of ice. There's really only one way to find out how deep it is. I'm guessing maybe 15 inches. Wow. From the tip of my finger all the way to the elbow, that is a lot of ice. Better get inside and warm up with Toby. we're gonna have another beautiful sunset tonight. Let's go check it out. I gotta admit though, I did make a mistake. A couple of days ago, I went and got stuff to make supper for tonight. Some vegetables, and what I didn't realize is that they froze in the camper. So when I went to go grab the potatoes this afternoon, there's some brown liquid coming out of them, complete mush, no good at all. Carrots, super slimy, so we're gonna have to do something a little bit different for supper tonight. Oh, check out the moon. Can you see how bright it is in the sky? That is awesome. And then we got the sunset over on this side. This is why I come out here. These places are magic. Can you believe that, Toby? I think they were right with designating this place as a park. There's something special about it. It's a shame what happened to these potatoes, but they're no good, super soft, and some of them were leaking. That's not gonna work. But I do have plan B. Frozen pizza. Maybe I'll even watch another movie tonight. I think I've got Grumpy Old Men, Young Guns, Big Fish, Life is a House, and season 4 box set of The Office. Not a big fan of DiGiorno, but it'll get the job done. Don't get me wrong though, I do love pizzas. I think I mentioned in a video probably 3 years ago, the top 3 favorite pizza places got to be Rafferty's, Mickey's, and Charlie's. If you're ever running through central Minnesota, north central Minnesota, check out those places. Mickey's is a take and bake pizza, so if you're going out to a campsite, pick one up, throw it over the campfire. Really good pizzas. Tonight, we're just going to call it. It is getting windy out there. They're talking about possibility of waking up tomorrow morning with 3 to 4 inches of snow. So I might bring in the slide tonight. That way I don't got to worry about cleaning it off. We'll see you in the morning. looks like our friend is back this morning, and the good news is Toby hasn't been paying him any attention at all. I was looking at the map. I think I found something kind of cool. Here's Wolf Lake, and this is where we're at right now, right at the boat landing. But if we take a look, there's a walk-in trail and a campsite on the lake. Thought we'd go check that out. If nobody's using this campsite, I can guarantee that backpack site not getting a lot of use at all. If you're looking for a place to just get away for a while, this would be it. Being able to cut across the lake will give us easy access to it. Looks like an old dock right there. That could be it. Ooh, this thing has seen its better days, that's for sure. Wow. You got to be careful where you step out here. Could be a nail hiding underneath the snow. The snow's about knee deep back here. Toby's got it figured out. If you can get in the trees, snow's not as deep. I'm wondering if that dock doesn't have something to do with that root cellar, all part of the same farmstead. I don't think that was the campsite. You have to let me know if you've ever come out here in the wintertime. It is so peaceful. Oh, let's see. Fuel pump heater, glow plugs. Keep our fingers crossed. No problem. I think that means we just about got this video in the bag. Toby and I are gonna get home before this ice makes a mess of the roads. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Until then, be kind, be honest, and we'll see you down the road.